What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit that button. And while you're at it, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. So, there's a few things I want to talk about. I'm going to share my screen because I want to talk about a few things. So, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the new season starts this Sunday, I believe. And Shamea, it looks like she's going to be the one that the show is going to be anchored on. Like if there were like going to be like a middle peach holder, it looks like it might be her. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into this. I want to let's go here.
Hey, hey, where is Shia?
Just the little clips that they're showing of this mansion, it makes a whole lot more sense to me now as to why Porsha was fighting so hard to be able to film in that home that she shared with Simon.
I miss her. How many kisses should I give you today?
50,000.
It's gonna take a long time, but I'm ready. Ready? Go!
Look at this. Let's continue because I have so many thoughts, and the more I see this, I have more and more thoughts about Porsha, honestly, than I even have about Shamea. And that's not a compliment. It really is a critique, a criticism.
People only know me as Porsha's ride or die.
Hi, ladies. My snow bunnies.
My name is Regina. But I mean, there's way more to me, and I can outshine the best of them.
When she said that line right there, honestly, this is just my thought. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, but clearly Shamea and Porsha are both melanated, right? And we know there are different shades of melanin. Shamea clearly has a lot more melanin than Porsha does. So when the two of them are next to each other, she would be seen as the darker one. I truly believe that Porsha has treated Shamea like her underling for a long time. So for her to say, I've been known as Porsha's like ride or die, like the underling. But she said I could outshine the best of them. I know who she was talking about.
Yes, go quickly.
My $9 million house was the second largest sale in Georgia that year.
$9 million house. Like, look at this home. This is just incredible. Really, it's incredible. So it makes even more sense because a lot of people were like, why can't Porsha just film in the house that she already owned? She already has a house that she can film in. That's why. Because this home makes Portia's house looks I mean, her house is great too, don't get me wrong. And I'm not even one of those people that's like a house snob, but clearly Porsha is, and that's why she wanted to film in that mansion that she shared with Simon, the upgrade. Because look at Shamea's.
But you know what? I don't even get down like that. I hate being defined by my wealth. If you can afford to buy me the cheapest house tequila at the bar, let's do it. I might spit it over there and then buy us the good stuff. Hey, Dad.
What's up, y'all?
I'm so happy y'all here. I was like, it sucks having a birthday like at Mother's Day. I've not had any parties at my home since I bought my home. My birthday party. This is my first big party. Right. If it's a party, I'm gonna party. And it don't have to be a twerk. I mean, I can twerk. Oh, it's giving everything. I'm super excited because I invited.
And listen, I don't know a whole lot about Shamea, honestly. I know that she's friends with Candy. We've seen her come out of her box a little bit more on the seasons of the show as she's been able to be a friend of on the show. But I mean, clearly, well, I'm just saying my opinion. She's putting on a little bit extra for the camera because they're filming. So yeah, all of this stuff, I don't know if it's really authentic, but to me, she seems like a nice chick, and she is literally married, and she's been married for a good little minute now. So this isn't like just a new fresh relationship that she's bringing on to the show. So I actually think that's kind of smart.
It all my family. One thing you better know about me is family is the most important thing. My priority is God and then family.
Shamea, look at Daddy play. Was it good?
Okay, we tried.
You supposed to wait till the birthday girl get here.
We try. You got to start working all that overtime, Shawty.
I know. Career-wise, I like to coin myself like the female Jamie Foxx. I'm a quadruple threat. I am an actress, a singer, a dancer, a host. It just kind of happened that way because I'm a lover of music. I'm a lover of arts. I'm a lover of people. I'm blessed to be able to do it all.
See, and that's something that let's be clear. Porsha, she's, for whatever reason, she's been this lovable character for a lot of people for a lot of seasons, over the years of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I liked her in the beginning. I wouldn't say I was like, oh God, it's Porsha, but she started turning me off to her, over the seasons, and I just don't really see it for her. But I will never forget when Shamea confronted Porsha as to why she did not come to her wedding. And at that time, to me, because she was going through her own relationship struggles, I felt like there was jealousy there. And Porsha strikes me as the type of person that if you're my quote unquote friend, as long as you're not doing better than me, then I can make it seem like everything is great between us. But if you're doing better than me, if it looks like you're doing better than me, then I'm not really here for it. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like in those previous seasons when we've seen Porsha and Shamea on the show, and we've seen Porsha not really stand up for Shamea, it probably was because, we didn't, those of us who were watching the show, we didn't know all of the stuff that was going on in Shamea's life because she was a friend of on the show. So when you are a friend, we don't get to see all of the stuff that's going on in your life. So now it's making more sense as to why Porsha wanted to film in that mansion. But I will say her being on the show, we'll see how it goes. I don't even know how this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be. But I could see her being she's literally a married woman to someone that has wealth, so that makes her wealthy. And she's showing off her $9 million mansion. And that is amazing for her. Kudos. Kudos to you, girl. But she seems like a very likable person from what I can see. So honestly, I'm here for it. And I could see her and Portia's so-called friendship going down the tubes because Porsha, look at her right here. She just doesn't seem like the type that is like a genuine friend. But I want to share this clip here. Let's see.
Wait, Jess, don't go nowhere. Come real quick. Let me tell you what these motherfuckers do. Let me tell you what people out here do all day, up and down, everywhere in these streets, from Zell to every other person out here. They love to have your name in their mother mouth. They love to sit out here and say what you doing, who you doing it with, what you doing. She came here as a friend with tears in her eyes, didn't want to tell me something.
Let me pause it for a moment because let me be honest with you guys. I don't watch Real Housewives. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta anymore. I haven't watched this show in ages. But I saw this on the Bravo Shade Room, as you can see right here. And this woman right here, her name is Jessica. She was at dinner or something, and she was having a conversation with Yandy. She was telling Yandy that her niece told her that Yandy's husband, Mendices right here, DM'd her. And she was acting like it was not a surprise because she actually was the one that DM'd her niece from his social media account. Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? And Jessica, she seemed like she was clearly upset. Actually, let me try to go back to that clip. Yeah, let's go here.
So I was talking to my niece the other day, and
Oh my gosh, why do you look like you want to cry? What is wrong?
my niece told me that she was at a club, and Mindy's, he tried to holler at her
When?
a couple months ago. I know he found her on Instagram, and I had her send me the snapshots.
Now that Jess woman, she
Tell me
looks clearly like she is really upset. And this is not information that she was getting joy. You know how on these reality shows, like let's say Giselle, for example, Real Housewives of Potomac, and she's sharing something that may not be very positive to someone else on on the cast. She kind of gets joy and pleasure out of doing that. This Jessica woman clearly seemed like she was bothered, and this was not something that she really wanted to do, but she felt like Yandy really needed to hear this information. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think that she was lying.
the name, because I'm in his DM.
Robin.
Robin. Oh, I know this DM. I was DMing her. That was
Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? And look at her face, like, girl, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now?
me. Wipe your tears, honey. I could tell you the whole DM. We were at Red Martini, and I saw the exchange. I was on one side of the room. She was on the other side of the room. She came up to him. She was very aggressive, grabbing him. And I said, who was that? He said, I don't know her. She asked me, was I married? She asked me for my information. And I said, and what happened? He said, I told her it's complicated. She said, I'm going to DM you when I walked away. So I waited for the DM.
Girl, your problem needs to be with your husband because he told the chick when she asked, are you married? He said, it's complicated. His response wasn't yes. His response wasn't, I am married. His response wasn't even, I'm not married. His response was, it's complicated. Like, what the hell?
And then when she DM'd him, I said, what took you so long?
Well, let me see it.
Yeah, this is all me. And the reason why I did this is because when I said that interaction,
Girl, she is really trying to convince herself that what she is saying is true. It makes zero sense.
looked real strange, honey. I said, you look real nervous. And he said, I'm telling you, it's nothing.
Let me see this
And I
again.
said, that's me.
That's him.
Scroll up. Yes, baby. This is him.
But no, he says, hey first.
This is me, honey.
I'm so confused. This is not the story that I heard from my niece. I know that Yandy was not the one that was DMing her. Yandy's husband was. She's clearly lying to my face, and I'm not calling her out about it because I don't feel that I should. She's already hurt.
Exactly. She's hurt, and then she's coming up with these weird scenarios to make it seem like she's not, and she knew about the whole situation. So Jessica was saying to her, like, he DM'd her first and said, hey, what sense would it make for child? None of this makes sense.
I have empathy for her, so what I'm not going to do is pull the guillotine down on a woman who literally is already choking herself to death.
That part right there. See, wow. Yeah, she's like, I'm not going to pull the guillotine down on this woman when she's already choking herself to death. So let's go to this little clip right here where she's confronting the situation. Child, oh my God, the delusion.
Wait, Jess, don't go nowhere. Come real quick. Let me tell you what these do. Let me tell you what people out here do all day, up and down, everywhere in these streets, from Val to every other person out here. They love to have your name in their mouth.
No, your husband is out here in these streets and probably got his thing in somebody's mother effing mouth. Like, that's what the problem is. And you just don't want to confront him with what he's doing, and he's making you look like a fool in your relationship and on television.
They love to sit out here and say, what you doing, who you doing it with, what you doing. She came here as a friend with tears in her eyes, didn't want to tell me something because she thought she was doing something out of pocket. She had no idea, and you don't even have any idea. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about because I was up to something, and I owe you an apology for.
What? She owes him an apology? Did she just say that? She's just been yammering, yam, blah, 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 mouth running at 5,000 miles per hour. And he's standing there looking clueless with sunglasses on at nighttime outside. But anyway.
First of all, because I had you looking crazy in these streets when it comes to her and somebody that's related to her. Remember we was at Red Martini one day and there was a girl that approached you and I was like, what was that about? So when you came, that's her niece. Okay. So when you came back to me and
she didn't even give him a chance to answer and respond when she said, remember when we were at Red Martini that night and that girl, blah, 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 blah. She didn't even give him a chance to say yes or no, or what are you talking about? She just kept going.
Said, what's it? He was like, I don't know, Robin or something. I looked her up and I DM'd her from your Instagram and I said, hey, 3 days later or so, she was like, hey there. And then I said, what took you so long? And then she said, oh, nothing, whatever she said, back and forth. I was DM'ing her.
I have the message, but it looked like
she was like, she grabbed me. No, she grabbed me. It was like,
no, I hit her up.
She grabbed me. And she was like, yo, you still married? You still married? She still
I told her.
You told her that it was complicated. Never say it ain't complicated, because it ain't complicated. It's perfect. Don't ever do that again. I don't give a what she do or what you do. She stand by you, you stand by her.
Child, it's not perfect. I mean, I get you're trying to look out for Yandy, but okay.
It shouldn't be complicated for you to answer a mother question. Are you married or are you not married? But the fact of the matter is, man, DC's needs to get his together and just leave me and my family out of it, and I can move the on it because that's really at this point all I want to do.
In this very moment, right? I know it was no penis. I know that it was no touching. I know that
or you just want to be the one to say, as long as I don't see it, it didn't happen.
Was no kissing. Same thing I said about the other chick. Oh, he be at my bar. The world keep looking for a reason to break my family up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Enough is enough. I'm sick of it. Let it be one family that sings together. Let it be one couple that makes it. Put some that's on my name and on the Harris name. You gotta stop it. Stop playing with me. And I'm not gonna say it again.
Child, she's talking to the world, quote unquote, through the lens of the camera when she should have been turning around to talk to her husband to say, stop having me out here looking like a fool. But listen, she's choosing to stay in this relationship, and that's fine. I don't really care. She's giving me Letitia from Love and Marriage Huntsville vibes, talking about people keep trying to break up my family. Your husband is doing that. And clearly, you just really need to just let him cheat in peace and say, look, don't bring me no bad news because I don't want to hear it. This is really sad. But like I told you guys, I don't watch the show. I haven't watched it in ages, so I didn't know like these shenanigans were going on. But to see her sit and yell at the people through the lens of the camera to say, put some respect on the Harris name. He's not respecting you in your relationship. It's insane. And I can't, guys. I really wanted to talk about that for a minute because when I saw that, I said, is this real? And look, the whole incident, for what I know, could be made up for this show because we know how these reality shows are, especially Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But clearly she's wrong. She's upset with the wrong people. She needs to be upset with her husband, or just let it all go down. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just ridiculous. I was like, who's she yelling at? She's talking about let one family stay together, let one marriage last. Well, maybe y'all need to get off of TV and get out of the public eye. Because correct me if I'm wrong, weren't they on, I think it was Couples Retreat or one of those shows, something like that. And he said to her that if she went to prison, he didn't know if he would hold her down the same way she held him down. He told her a long time ago how he really felt about this marriage. So, and a lot of women are like this. They get invested. They have children with these people. They have all this time and whatever and whatnot. And you have the right to feel hurt and betrayed by this man if he's doing you dirty. But don't get mad at the world, because the world isn't doing it to your relationship and your marriage. He's doing it. He's doing it. And so I just found it a bit comical, but it's honestly at the same time it's sad. But let me know, are you watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Did you see this? I just wanted to talk about it and I wanted to get your thoughts on it, guys. So tell me how you feel in the comments about Shamea being on The Real Housewives, filming in her mansion, while meanwhile, I believe for this season at least, Portia was not able to film in her mansion, and that's what she was fighting for the entire time. And let me know if you are watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Did you see this? Let me know your thoughts on Yandy talking about she was DMing a chick from DC's Instagram and all this other stuff, and people keep trying to break up her marriage and all the craziness, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.